I'm thinking about things, and like, I want to get society, and like, why, like, thinking about different people, and various particular different people, it's like, why is he like that? Like, I mean, aside of, like, getting through it all and so forth, and like, looking at how cheerful I am, or how, like, controlled amidst a critical argument I can be, alright? I'm sort of good at it, alright? Like, I can break up a bar fight, man. And just, like, thinking about people and like probabilities about where they've been and who they are and like yeah and yeah I'm good at it. Okay, I'm good at it. Always sort of have been good at it. All right, and so forth. And it's like thinking about high school and like well within an improved sociological context, like a hypothetical, and going back through it like though it was improved, it was better within a contrast compare of the way it is now. All right, and it's like, man, that would have been really cool to have Negro friends within high school. There were cool Negroes within my high school. All right, only a couple or a few. All right, there was Jamal, and he was a skater as well, bud. Though he was a Negro, he was cool. Yeah, though he's a Negro. And there's Shannon, he was a drummer. He was cool, man. He was a cool guy. Though he's a Negro. I'm tribal. And so I made friends with a few white people. So I had these friends, and we were within a particular group, sort of like a demographic. We were skaters and bikers, sort of, and we all wore rock group T-shirts. Okay, though we were skateboarders and like guys that wore rock group T-shirts and biker jackets, biker types. Okay, all those guys were smart, man, and standing up for everybody's rights. They were the smart people. They were the smartest ones, man. The smartest people. I'm serious. All those cookie cutter kids ain't got shit. Sitting there and answering the teacher's questions and da 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 and getting the trying to striving to get the perfect grades. I mean, they didn't compare, not at all. Those people that I was kicking it with were standing up for people's rights, man. They really were. And they were cool people, smart, tough, really fucking tough, tough people. All right, you realize, okay? And so it's like we were like, and we would all kick it at the wall, what we called the wall. All right, in high school, and it's this particular area. It was just off the side of the building, man, and it's just what we called it, the wall, because we were all music enthusiasts. All of us were music enthusiasts. Okay, that's what we all had in common. Uh, After high school, quite a few of those guys were murdered. And they were white boys. They were, and though because of who they were and how they were murdered. I was living in the city at the time. Okay, after high school, I skipped out. Yeah, I was going to college part of the time. I got kicked out of high school. All right, I got expelled the end of my sophomore year for supposedly having one too many absences the second semester of my sophomore year. They didn't offer a Saturday school to make up for that absence. Not at all. The principal said you're expelled. You might as well not come to class the last 3 days. Not at all. It was sort of the scenario. The same semester that I helped the Guthrie High School win first place in regional debate tournaments, and not all the people in debate were invited to the regional debate tournaments. Not actually. I was invited to join the debate team. I was. I had. We all had a couple of electives. Okay, and I was enrolled in band and ROTC. And I dropped out of band so that I could stay in ROTC and join the debate team. So, why is he like that? It's like, um, I imagine a good society. Okay, people just shrug. They got to cope with a reasonable situation. They got to cope with something, They cope with a reasonable situation. I imagine a good society, and there are a bunch of reasonable people out there. And it's like, and amidst the grind of it, the grind, yeah, that, like you're going to work and you're amidst all these people, and you ain't even got fucking time to sit around and listen to your favorite CD all the time, and your favorite different groups, and watching all your favorite movies, and like really trying to pay attention to like their point and how they're influencing people amidst the other people. They ain't got time for all that shit. No, they don't. They're in the grind. Okay? Uh, what does it all mean? They're in the grind, man. What is there any sort of hope? Uh, yeah, there really is. There really is, okay? Uh, huh. It sort of upsets me, man. I mean, though, why is he like that? Because I imagine this good society happening, and I imagine people being real cool online, alright? I imagine people only working 20 hours each week, part of the good society plan. Yeah, I like, well, the cost of living is reduces, and the cost of food and so forth. Food production increases, and so on. It's all much more organized, and it's a good society. Red states for Mayans, black states for Negroes. Whites move to white states, and their traffic laws and travel permits and la la la. There are details. I wrote about them. Besides, okay, and the feds actually are aware. I think that the CIA might sort of be cool. They might sort of have good intentions, though they made bad choices. They ban whatever, blocking, ha ha ha. It's these fuck offs. Was sort of. I mean, it's like, man, they've got a perspective. They remember the Second Amendment and shit. Come on, I gotta remind them about that shit. Not at all. Maybe. All right. Just call me Shroch if that makes you feel more comfortable. You should drink a Sakara. Shroch actually is an Egyptian Sordis word. It means author of the House of Life. Sikara is a Greek word. It means assassin. It's an Egyptian pagan philosophical context about ambrosia. Uh, historically, and it's okay. Historically, Greeks and Egyptians were friends. They had a library, and then the Italians attacked it and destroyed it. All right, concisely. The library was titled the Library of Alexandria. They were all working together and real friendly and civil, and enjoying their the great products of their philosophers, and they had the center of academia in Egypt. They were friendly and they were getting along. They were really cool. And various of those things that were documented within the Library of Alexandria were supposedly destroyed. And they're sort of things that were plausibly included or sort of difficult to get a hold of if they can be found. Most white people that are like involved in that sort of thing. There was a person in the city. She was a dumb bitch. Okay, though she is Italy one. No, really not all. Though, but they're implied things anyway. So, uh, Shikara means assassin. Okay, so in Egyptian pagan theology, Gabe and Ma'at had a temple. Okay, and the temple of Geb and Ma'at, where it was attacked of what I would maybe call terrorists. Okay, are you hearing me, America? Okay, so the temple of Geb and Ma'at was attacked of terrorists. The UN really likes Italy, or Italy has a hold of the UN? Okay, so the temple of Geb and Ma'at was attacked of terrorists. Okay, and Gabe murdered all of the terrorists, and then Ma'at jumped down there and she mixed the wine with the blood of the terrorists as a show of strength. And it's like, I mean, it's the population of people. I mean, even in a good society, period. Period! Okay, like, look at business and things like that, okay? Different people are different, and sometimes people get what they deserve, bud. Okay? Would you want to would you want to actually advertise ambrosia? Like, you got to figure it out, huh? You got to figure it out. You put a label on it and everything, you got it. It's patented, copyrighted, and all that. You got it. Fucked up. Okay? That's not a cool scenario, not at all. So, or cicada. And it's like people get what they deserve, man. I mean, did they even pray for their red beer? Actually, red beer, red beer. All right. Mm. There are things about uh, various Hispanics would call themselves Latino and la la la. They weren't originally Latins, not at all. So there you go with that. Okay. So it was a Spanish king that made the Order of the Golden Fleece. A Catholic thing. The Order of the Golden Fleece. Okay? They're sort of not really originally Catholic, not at all. I think about some things. So yeah, I helped the Guthrie High School win first place in regional debate tournaments. It's the first time that the Guthrie High School even actually was invited to the regional debate tournaments. Okay, there were 5 people on out of the debate class that were invited to the regional debate tournaments. And I was one of them. I got a reasonable score, sort of reasonable. I won. Yeah, then my score was like, yeah. I think it was like a 2A or something. It was bullshit. I still won. All right, and the Guthrie High School still won first place. I made particular arguments. I'm sort of educated and so forth. Mhm. I'm really good, man. I actually can. Okay. That's actually a different way that I'm really good. I can actually walk into a library, peruse a particular section of the library. I'm writing a report. Okay, did this at UCO a few times. Okay, I find a book that I'm looking for. I pull it out, and I read the index. I look at the index. I look at the first page. I look at the first page of the last chapter, the number of pages, and then a particular portion. I'm going to find something right here, and I find it, and I include it in my report. Cause I'm looking at y'all. What? Come on. I actually did that, and I still have my UCO uh, writings upon 3.5-inch floppy drives. Y'all aware 3.5-inch floppy drives? Because most of y'all did not grow up with computers. Not actually. So yeah, I have all my college reports on 3.5 inch floppy. They included various of those citations included in a report that I wrote. The Potter told me, "You are too smart for your own good, kid." I, I, I really didn't get it of my Madra either. Not actually. I think I got it of like being my own person amidst my Madra and Padra, maybe in my family and looking at things and the ways that the rules that they made. They were my. I was sort of disciplined. They were sort of strict on me. Yes, they were. I got grounded for 2 weeks for being 15 minutes late home one time. Okay, she's serious. You get your ass home on time. Yeah. Okay. And like I had to read for an hour each day since the age of 8. For an hour each day, I could just watch 30 minutes of TV each day. Okay. My parents were sort of strict, though they didn't hit me or anything. Not actually. They'd ground me. My father would spank me, and that's a good thing. I think that's just absolutely intelligent. It triggers in a kid's head. Okay, no. And then he does something. No! Okay, I understand. Okay? Spare the rod, spoil the child. What do you, various people have different ideas about that. It means beat your kids. Spank them, okay, temperately. If it's serious, yeah, okay, whoa, it's serious. It's serious. There are different people out there. Very small. Don't go too far with this. No. Um, my padre would spank me with his belt, and he would tell me, "This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you." He didn't want to spank me, not at all. Okay. He's serious about it. The rules actually are the rules. I only drink once each week. And not each week, not actually. Most weeks. Okay? Sometimes I'll get 6 beers, so sometimes I'll get 12 beers. I drink typically on Thursdays. The last week I didn't drink at all, not actually. So this week I moved that up to Wednesday. I started to get some beers. And the Zeus Who has Twitter profile, man. And it's like, there's a history report, though. This was sort of the point. I was working toward people towards being considerate. And it was documented, and I thought it was sort of an interesting current day rehashing, like an allegorical rehashing of history. And I was mocking the DoD, and I said, and I tagged I had the, I had the DoD tagged within this column. I tagged DLN. You want a a black military base, a Negro military base within a black state? Not in 100 years, niggers, not at all. Okay, wait. I'm not being derogatory, not at all. I'm a linguist. Nigger is within my vocabulary. Nigger means black within most languages. And Negroes are like, don't say that, white boy. That makes sense, okay? I mean it cool. I want a good society, alright? And I call them Negroes because phonetically and linguistically, consistently, I've studied like 18 plus different languages, okay? I'm really studious. And like, uh, well, black phonetically means slow within a particular language, and that's not right. Nope. Negro's cool. Okay. Negro. Okay. cool. People learn kind of various. So, thinking about American history, just precisely. Alright. The writers of the American government and legal system actually were sort of. They were alright, man, though. They weren't real. They, 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 they didn't necessarily consider probabilities and things like that. Not at all. They were definitely not as smart as I am. Not at all. Uh, most white people within those days were illiterate, terribly uneducated. Okay? So, we were all born in the midst of a situation, and now is now, and we could put things right now. Okay? And that's sort of the cool thing. Alright? I'm going to stop there. Yeah,